everybody, Matt here with Tom and
Garen.
Garen is Santa Cruz, and we are here checking out the hot new Heckler, Santa Cruz new e-bike. Why now and why E?
Yeah, it's about time. We finally had enough people in the factory that really wanted to ride one of these, and that's what it takes for us to build something. So when you have enough advocates, including the founder, you got to take action. So we finally made one.
Yeah. And what were the design goals? What were there's e-bikes out there, it's still kind of new, but there's a bunch out there already. So what were you going after?
Yeah, top overarching two main goals. First goal, playful, agile, fun. We wanted the most playful, fun e-bike in the category, something just like the rest of our Santa Cruz bikes.
Agile and fun aren't words you always associate with e-bikes.
Yeah, that's exactly it. We rode a lot of the bikes on the market, and it seemed like a lot of bikes were built around a battery, and we wanted a bike that was built for riding with your buddies on your home trails. We're not trying to get across the Sahara on one battery here. We're trying to have fun on our local trails. So yeah, it just allows you to knock out 5 laps instead of 2.
Out of the box, this thing, what jumped out to me was 27.5 versus 29, because 29 is kind of all the rage right now. So what's the story there?
Yeah, again, we really wanted to make a bike that was the most agile, playful bike on the market. And for us, 27.5 is the fun size, and 29 is for winning medals. And when you factor bike geometry in, it's a lot. For us, chainstay length and rear center plays a big part in how agile a bike can be. And the bigger the wheel, the longer the chainstay. So for this thing, the goal was to keep it under 445, and we did. So it's a 445 chainstay and 65.5 head tube angle, pretty much based on the Bronson. Just keeping it light.
Right, 160 in the front, 150 in the rear.
Yep.
One of the things that was important to me when I was sort of considering switching to an e-bike and seeing how it was going to go is, obviously the E is going to get you to the top of the trail way faster, but when you get to the top and you're about to go ride your favorite trail, you're still craving that experience. You still want this experience that you've loved, and not want it to be degraded because it's a different bike, heavier or whatever. And I never wanted to be in a situation where I was like, oh, I wish I had my Mega Tower, High Tower or something. Yeah. And that's where I think this bike really shined today and delivered on. E is kind of new for you, so.
Yeah, it's a new new frontier that I'm now getting into. I've been on a couple e-bike rides. I've always had that wow factor when I get to the top of the hill and I'm fresh dropping into the descent. But I've always felt like I'm on an e-mountain bike. It's never descended like I've wanted it to. And I was laughing and giggling just now riding this down.
Yeah.
It rides like a mountain bike, but it assists you up to the top of the hill. The other thing I really noticed is the suspension feels like a mountain bike. The kinematics and the way the bike feels through the travel is phenomenal. I'm really blown away by this experience and how the bike rides.
When it comes to leverage curve and kinematics, this bike is pretty spot on with Bronson. It's the same leverage curve, the same rear shock, the same tune on the rear shock. So you can literally take this shock off this bike, put it on the Bronson, and be fine. It's supposed to feel just like a Santa Cruz.
On previous e-bikes I felt like I've got to brake earlier into corners. Changing direction, I've got to set up a little earlier. I didn't have any of those sensations today. Yeah, corners well, the weight's really nice and low. And the 27.5 wheels, they are just so fun.
Yeah, we want to hit jumps and smash out of corners and ride the back wheel and do all the fun stuff you do on a mountain bike. And just because it's got a battery and a drive unit doesn't mean you can't have fun on it. So the whole purpose here is to catch air and have fun and just ride it like you would ride the steepest stuff you can on the funnest trails you can and just have a fun time.
And then touching on the power unit too, the power delivery is really smooth.
Yeah.
It suits that rider that rides with a higher cadence, so you're still going to get a good workout on the way to the top.
And on that note, it's not just a Bronson with a bunch of stuff slapped on. It's tweaked to sit you in a position more conducive to pedaling, because you understand that you're going to be pedaling more, and it's very responsive to cadence.
Yep.
So you got to be in that ideal spot for spinning.
Yeah, so those tweaks are the geometry is pretty spot on with the Bronson. Same head tube angle, same bottom bracket height. But you've got, from our normal 470 reach, you got 5 millimeters less reach, and you got a bit of a steeper seat tube angle, just to put you a little more upright seated pedaling position, because these things reward cadence, so you're doing all your pedaling seated.
Yeah.
You just want a nice upright position, be able to get in the front of the saddle, be able to keep the front wheel down, and just grind up pretty much anything.
I urge you to come in and demo one of these. I have officially crossed that line now, and I can't wait to get one.
Well, thanks for spending time with us. Thanks for giving us a chance to ride the bike.
Yeah.
The Heckler is going to be one fun e-bike. So come on down to the shop and check it out. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.